Now let's go to Parliament, where the Senate County Public Accounts Committee is currently engaging Samburu County Governor, that is Latili Lilit, on the implementation of the recommendation made by the Office of the Auditor General for the audit report for the financial year 24-25. Let's listen in.
There. And if the Samburu people hear that we're going to get 8 billion, they will expect that 8 billion will come. And from my own experience in Parliament, these 420 and 454, most likely within mediation, some very little will change.
No, I think let's just have some faith, Governor. Governors were asking for 500 billion plus. Senators are pushing for 454. National Assembly is 420.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility as a Senate to tell the public what we are working towards. So don't pour cold water on it. You should also tell your people that you are asking for 500 billion, which would have given Samburu 10 billion. So allow us to gloat over the 8 billion, because it might come through this afternoon. Let's start with non-deduction and remittance of pay as you earn. Auditor General.
Yes, thank you, thank you, Chair. Non-deduction and non-remittance of pay as you earn. The review of the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Database, IPPD, for the period under review revealed that the county executive did not deduct pay as you earn of approximately Kenya shillings 2,707,946 from 47 employees, with no evidence provided to show that the county remitted the applicable taxes to the Kenya Revenue Authority. This was contrary to Section 5 of the Income Tax Act, Cap 470, requiring that all income earned in Kenya to be subject to income tax. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, this should be a very direct answer.
It's very direct. The 47 employees were people living with disabilities, and they're exempted from pay as you earn. Then there are two, I think 45, then two are interdicted employees.
Governor, because your answer is very brief, just read it just read it. I think it will flow better.
Chair, the 47 staff comprised of two main staff categories, those on interdiction and those living with disabilities. With regards to those on interdiction, two staff, the system cannot capture their pay as you earn, while PWD, 45 staff, the system could not capture, but they are exempted from paying pay as you earn.
Auditor General.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. The results and the documentation has now been provided by the management. During the time of audit, the information had not been provided on the 47 staff. But given the reason that these are PWDs and the staff that were on interdiction, then this one is...
so staff on interdiction are not paid a salary? They are not paid anything? I mean, just quickly explain that basis. I thought staff on interdiction are paid a percentage of their salary.
Thank you, Chair. I think as the Governor read, he said that two staffs are on interdiction. That means their gross salary after earnings and also allowances cannot reach the threshold of the pay as you earn. So they are paid part of the salary. That means half salary is being paid for the basic salary and also for the house allowance. But these other like commuter allowance is not being paid, and any other allowances that are eligible for them to be paid.
Where were you when this question was raised by the Auditor General? Because you have given a very reasonable answer. Why did this matter have to come all the way to Nairobi?
Thank you, sir. Really, I believe that we provided this documentation because I remember after...
just a minute. What's your role in the county?
Payroll manager, Samburu County.
So when you say we provided, can you say I provided? Did
I
you
provided?
Provide?
And even I remember...
To the Auditor General or to another officer in the organization?
I provided to the auditors who are there in offices.
Auditor General, these are small things that should not be clogging up our reports.
Yes, thank you, Chair. The issue has been outstanding because the information that was provided then was not satisfactory, and that is why it was still an outstanding issue.
Governor, this is why I'm telling you, you are not, if the day you'll get outraged, you'll solve a lot of problems. Because you've got 12 paragraphs on things that could have been fixed right in Samburu, and thereby taking time of the Senate on things that should not come to Nairobi. If you look at the next matter, it is irregular pay deductions from employees with disabilities. A contradiction of what has been submitted in the other matter. Auditor General, is that still outstanding?
The issue is now partially addressed. The one on the...
What was the problem and what is it that has been fixed and what is outstanding so that we put the governor to task?
Okay, thank you, Chair. The issue was brought about by the migration of the system, their payroll system. The county executive was migrating to a new system called HRIS KE platform from the IPPD. So during the migration period, some of the functionalities were not complete. So the issue is now partially addressed.
No, but Auditor, you also need to help us. The answer to the prior question was that they could not deduct from persons living with disability, but in the next step, we are told that they are deducting irregularly from persons living with disability.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Previously, we had no information that the non-deducted, the 47, included the people living with disabilities. So we wanted explanation from the management to get to know who are these, the 47.
Governor, do you still want to take responsibility for this, the fact that your officers were not responding or providing information to the Auditor General, and therefore you end up with 12 paragraphs of things that are neither here nor there?
100%. But as you say, Chair, the auditors are also confusing us. They are terribly confusing us because in one query, they're saying, why didn't you deduct 2 million from...